tactical frameworks for creating value from zero. Bukunmi is the creator of Capital Acme, a hand-on accelerator that teaches practical, repeatable methods for generating capital from scratch and has produced multiple measurable success stories. He also hosts a Wealth Story AWS, a biweekly thoughtful, a biweekly thought leadership series focused on leadership, financial intelligence, and enterprise building. A respectable leader and mentor, Bukunmi has trained and inspired hundreds across Africa and beyond, in mindset architecture, wealth strategy, and ethical stewardship. He has shared the stage with leading African voices of Majestic Manifesto 2025, including Tara Fela Durotoye, Temilade Salami, that's a global Temi, Robert Abimbola Israel, that's Uncle KM, and Dr. Foy. He is a mentee in the VT Club 100 under Vuse Tembekwayo and is widely sought for exclusive workshops, keynote addresses, and leadership residencies. Bukunmi's work sits at the intersection of wisdom, leadership, entrepreneurship, and stewardship, positioning him as a catalytic voice for anyone seeking to move from vision to measurable, sustainable impact. Now, on this note, I would like to welcome the guest speaker in person of Billionaire Bukunmi. Billionaire Bukunmi, you're welcome. You have the mic now. Please, can we celebrate him while he comes on board? Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Can we hear me? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yeah. Yes, we can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael, for this community and for the opportunity to speak to people. Well, before we go ahead, can we celebrate Michael for the beautiful community he's building? That even without rewards necessarily, or how would we put it? Without clear rewards, he's still deciding to selflessly build a community. So please let us celebrate him and celebrate everyone behind this happening. I think the name of the community is Clarity of Purpose Community. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So well done, Michael.
You're welcome, boss.
Well done. All right.
Thank
So
you.
without spending too much time, I want us to dive into our conversation tonight. I Some of us might feel attacked as we go on, but please just bear with me till the end. That's all I can beg you to do. I I've been around quite a while. I've been around many rooms where purpose conversations are happening, and I see that there is a misconception that many people have, especially those who are just getting started. So they would be telling you stuff like, oh, they feel like purpose is a feeling that, oh, one morning you will wake up, the sun will hit your face differently. You begin to hear the birds whisper and sing your name. And suddenly, instantaneously you will know what you were born to do. However, that is not true. That this thing I just described is a movie. It is rare for it to be how a person finds out their purpose. And the misconception I'm really trying to deal with here is the fact that purpose is not a feeling, it is a function. Purpose is not a feeling, it's a function. And until you are able to understand the difference, you may spend your whole life waiting to feel something that was not designed to be felt, but was designed to be lived out. For example, a pencil, using a pencil as an example, and I might be using the pencil as an example in several instances tonight. So please just follow me. The pencil has no feeling because it's a non living thing. Yes. Yet, every single day, every single time you pick it up, it is able and capable of fulfilling its purpose. So, purpose is not about feeling in any way. You may not feel it, and yet you're in the center of your purpose. That is not to say that purpose won't give you fulfillment, but that every single day you want to feel like you're in the middle of purpose. That doesn't work. So now let me define what purpose is for the sake of our conversation here. Purpose is the original intent in the mind of the creator for a thing. For those that might be writing or taking notes, I will repeat. Purpose is the original intent in the mind of the creator for a thing. There is nothing created without purpose. And where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. That's a saying by the late Dr. Myles Munroe. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Because a thing, a creation that does not have a known purpose will be used for the wrong thing every single time. So purpose is not what you do. Purpose is why you exist. It is the original intent of your manufacturer. If we as humans can decide, oh, I want to make a laptop, I want to make a phone, or I want to make a car, and the car will be for transportation on land. Imagine someone now carrying the car and trying to use it for transportation on water. You are instantly abusing that product, even if the principle is transportation, but you are beginning to abuse it and it is not fulfilling purpose. So, like I was saying, purpose is the original intent of your manufacturer. You are not an accident. You listening to me tonight, you are a deliberate thought of God designed to fulfill a specific assignment on the earth. Your existence, the fact that you are living, breathing, moving, is proof that your purpose is a necessity. So, once again, I'm telling you that you did not come into this earth by accident. Can someone type it in the chat that I am not an accident? I did not come into this earth by accident. Come on, type it in the chat. Let me know that you are with me. I am not an accident. I did not come into the earth by accident. And I don't care what circumstances surround your birth, whether it was premarital, extramarital. That's not my concern. You did not come into the earth by accident. You were not assembled randomly. You are not an afterthought. You were thought of before you were formed. And pardon me for those that may not necessarily be Christian, but I am a Christian and I believe that there's no life or business principle that is not already existing in the Bible. So I will pick some thoughts from scriptures. Jeremiah 1 verses 5. It makes this plain that before God formed you in the womb, He already knew you, He already ordained you. So that means that purpose for you was not assigned after you arrived. Purpose is why. Purpose is what called you here. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without discovery of purpose. A man that does not know why he was born will spend his life imitating others, competing unnecessarily, and eventually dying empty. See, let me tell you, if you don't know why you are here, the world will assign you a reason that you are here, and it is 99% of the times going to be the wrong one. So if you do not know why you were born, you will spend your life imitating others. You spend your life competing unnecessarily, and tragically, you will die empty. Purpose is not something you create. It is something that it is already there. You just come into discovery of it. It is already finished in the mind of God before you arrived on earth. It's not possible that you do not have purpose. And so now, in continuing our conversation tonight, we are on the principle of purpose. And I want you to listen to me carefully. Yeah? Please pay attention. Everything begins with purpose. It's your purpose that determines your design, and then your design determines your function. If you misuse a thing outside of its purpose, you create frustration, you create unnecessary friction. A chair that you begin to use as a ladder will eventually collapse under the weight of the task that it was not designed for. A pen is used for writing. Imagine trying to use it to clean your hair. It might work, but if you keep on at it, it will injure you, or you may even break the pen because you abused that pen. In the same way, when a man lives outside his purpose, he experiences confusion, he experiences emptiness, he experiences dissatisfaction. And it's not because life is hard. Understand that in a certain context, life is hard already. But a purposeless life makes it harder because the man is operating outside his original design. So your gifts, the gifts that you have, the talents you have, they are not for decoration. They are tools for your assignment. What you are naturally inclined to do can be a clue to why you exist. See, this is one place that I will mention some things that you may not find in purpose books. Realize, let it be settled in your mind that no one can articulate your purpose to you than the creator or the manufacturer of you. So, if you really, really want to know purpose, it's not going to be a conversation that you have with men. Though they can guide you, they can point you, but no man can fully articulate except they are able to enter into the mind of God and express from there. And now, still on this principle of purpose, I need you to hear this one clearly and carry it with you. Purpose is always, always bigger than you. If your purpose only benefits you, it is not purpose. Real purpose is always going somewhere. There's a target, there's an address. Real purpose is serving someone. Real purpose is solving something. So you were not born to accumulate, you were born to contribute. The greatest proof that you are living is that you contribute to the society around you. And if for one reason or the other you are not contributing to the environment, the society around you, a tree is more useful than you, because at least a tree takes in carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. So a person that is not contributing to their society is less useful than a tree. So I've spoken now about the principle of purpose. Now let's talk about the source of purpose. And I mentioned this slightly, but I would do a bit of emphasis on it before I move on. To understand purpose, you must go back to the source. No one, it's not possible. No one knows the purpose of a product better than its manufacturer. Think of a business chain where we have the manufacturer, the wholesaler, the retailer, etc. You don't call the retailer when the product breaks. You go back to the one that made that product. In the same vein, if a product is malfunctioning, you if the product man, and by man I'm talking male and female, if the product man is malfunctioning, then it's not amongst men that you find the answers, but going back to the source. So if you want to know why you exist, you must of a necessity connect to God the creator. Purpose is not found in opinions, it's not found in culture, it's not found in trends, it's not found in your family's expectations of you or the definitions of society's success. It is reviewed through the relationship with the one that made you. You must, of a necessity, go back to the creator. Moving on, I've noticed a few what would I call it now? A few problems with how we seek or we try to discover this thing called purpose, and I'm going to address some of them. I'm beginning to see that some of us in this generation, we are chasing purpose the way we chase trends. So we are neglecting process. We are neglecting preparation. We are neglecting apprenticeship. Yet we want revelation. We want platform. We want the assignments. Give me the assignment, but we are not willing to go through process, preparation, and apprenticeship. That's not how it works. So many of us are running from one thing to the other. We are running from one opportunity to another opportunity. We are moving from vision to vision. And we are calling it that, oh, we are still searching. When the truth is that we are refusing to be faithful where we are. And so there are some of you that what I'm about to say now will hit more. You are not lost. You are just unwilling to do the work in the small place. And so now I will talk about how purpose is actually discovered, or the template that we're given of how purpose is discovered. And I've written a post about this on my WhatsApp channel, on my Facebook, across my social media. Yeah. And it is the faithfulness principle. So, on this matter of how purpose is discovered, I want to give you a principle that helped me and shifted my perspective. Heck, it changed my life. In It was a saying by King Solomon. He said, "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might." Please note what he said, because I say that because we are so familiar with some things, we rush. We rush and we just speed over it. Read it carefully. He said, it said rather, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. It did not say wait until you find the thing that was made for you, then do it with all your might. He said, whatever your hand finds. So, what that means is that it is already within your reach, it is already in front of you. You already have access to it. Listen to me, there is no breakthrough, no next level that God will open up to you or give to you that He has not already put around you. Ah, What you just need to ask. Let me give you a life hack right now. Many times when I'm in trouble, one prayer I pray is that God reveal to me the solution you have provided to this problem. And many times I find that the solution is already around me. I just didn't see it. So the problem is not that the solution does not exist. The problem is that I am not seeing the solution. So purpose is not always something you chase. Sometimes it shows up when you give your best to what is in front of you. And Jesus also confirmed this principle from a different angle. He said that he who is faithful in little will be given much. Oh, the person that is faithful in little will be given much. Michael, that is faithful with the clarity of purpose community in this little level, will be given much. And note, he said faithful in little. It didn't, it didn't say gifted in little. It didn't say excited about little. Faithful in little. Because faithfulness is not about how you feel about the task. Faithfulness is about your commitment to excellence, regardless of the size of the stage. And so Michael could have chosen to do this thing on the WhatsApp channel, or the WhatsApp group rather. But faithfulness in little demands that, okay, we might be little, but let us do it as excellently as possible. Let's do Google Meet. Faithfulness is about your commitment to excellence, regardless of the size of the stage you find yourself. So, yes, doing what you find in front of you well is not just practical, it is actually a spiritual principle. It is the pathway through which God will expand your territory. So, you want to discover purpose. Eh? Stop waiting for big assignment. Master the small one. Serve. Volunteer. Be faithful in little. Purpose has a tendency of revealing itself to people that are too busy being excellent to notice that their journey was actually preparing them for purpose. Please, are we still together? Hope I have not lost anyone.
No, we're
Use the
together, sir.
emoji, use the emojis, use the charts. Michael, I hear you. Use the emojis. Let me know that you're following. The emojis, type in the chat. Let me know that you can still all hear me. I can see Michael. I can see Precious. I can see Blessing. I can see Mobolaji. I can see Anna. Awesome. All right. Beautiful. Let's move on. Yeah, I see the reaction, guys. Okay, let's go on. The next point of discussion on this our grand topic of understanding purpose is, excuse me, is the power of vision. We cannot have we cannot have a purpose conversation without having a vision conversation. Because yes, purpose is discovered, but vision is captured. I'll try to give more explanation to that statement. The purpose is discovered, but vision is captured. Once you begin to discover the reason why you exist, that's tautology. Once you begin to discover why you exist, something happens to you on the inside. You start to see a picture, you start to see a future, you start to see a destination that does not yet exist in the earth, but feels more real to you than the present. That is vision. That is the dream for the context of our conversation. And this dream is not what you have at night when you sleep, it's what you have that may not allow you sleep because you see something. So, vision is the picture of your purpose in the future. It is what you see that others cannot see. For me, that is the vision of the Godilonier, one whose net worth is God. So you meet these Godiloniers and you want to describe them. The only thing you can compare them to is that they are as efficient, as prosperous, as capable as the host of heaven. You can only liken them to heavenly things. Vision is the picture of your purpose in the future. It's what you see that others cannot see. When a man has no vision, he begins to live a pressured life and not a purposeful life. So every morning he's waking up responding to the demands of everyone else because he has no internal compass of his own. But when vision is clear, it is easier to be disciplined. Distractions lose their weight and you stop chasing everything because you know what you are building. And this is the point in the conversation where I will recommend a book by Simon Sinek. Start with why. I have an e-library. Michael, if Michael can find it for you guys, beautiful. But if not, he'll reach out to me. I'll send him the link, and you'll be able to find the book there for those that want to do the e version, ebook, PDF, docs, etc. When your vision is clear, discipline is easier. Distractions are no longer as potent as they were before. Now you are chasing, you are not fighting like someone that is beating the air. You are not chasing everything. You are focused, streamlined on what you are building. All right. So earlier this year, I was invited to speak at a we actually did two series. The first one was the World Code. The second edition of the series was the Purpose Code. And so I've stolen part of my notes from that session for us tonight. And so this part of our conversation is the Purpose Code, talking about principles for living on purpose. Purpose must be lived intentionally. It is not passive. It does not maintain itself. Purpose operates on principles. And if you violate these principles, you are going to be short circuiting the purpose. The name of the book I mentioned earlier is Start with Why, Simon Sinek. If you violate the principles I'm talking about here, you will short circuit your purpose. And I have four principles for us. There are many more, but once you get these four, the remaining can come into the picture quite easily. First one is clarity. And please, I know we've heard clarity, clarity, clarity at this point we are even tired of hearing about clarity. But listen, clarity is not necessarily knowing the full picture of everything that you will do to get to that destination. Sometimes all the clarity you need is the one that just shows you enough to take your next step. And so under clarity now, I'm saying that you must know what you were born to do. Ignorance of purpose will lead to a wasted life. If you are vague, vague people produce vague results. You must be specific about your assignment. Then it will now lead me into the second principle, which is obedience. What purpose? Purpose does not. It's not something so difficult. Oh, I promise you, because it was already built into you. You are the one that is just finding it out. It's already there by the design in the heart of your creator, by the design in the heart of your manufacturer. It was your purpose was designed into you. You are the one that is just living to discover it, but it's already there. So purpose, what purpose demands from you majorly is alignment with divine instruction and not personal convenience. So you will begin to lose touch When you start negotiating with God about your assignment, who wants to know you better than the one that made you? So when he instructs, when he guides, when he leads, you cannot miss purpose. I remember um one of my elder brothers, he made a post one time that all he did was to follow every of God's daily instructions, and by the time he looked at it over a period, he realized he was living in purpose. Purpose demands alignment with divine instruction, and not, excuse me, not personal convenience. Then third is discipline. Discipline. Purpose is not sustained by motivation. I'm not saying motivation is bad, but motivation is fuel, and fuel can finish. So that means you would need constant or consistent motivation to be able to function. Mm-mm. Purpose is not sustained by motivation, it is sustained by consistent habits. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is majorly a decision. Your feelings will fluctuate, but decisions hold firm. Then, third principle is execution. Ha, how do I say this? Have an action bias. Purpose is only powerful when it is expressed. What you don't act on, you will lose. The people that are making waves in the thing that you feel called to do, they are not necessarily, or let me say, some of them are not necessarily better than you, but they are willing to move. They are willing to take action. Let me share a personal thing. I heard God say to me one time that, Bukunmi, be a man of action. It is easier to redirect a moving vehicle than it is to cause a stationary vehicle to move. An idea that stays in your head is just a dream. It is the idea that you act on that has the potential to become a legacy. Execute. So, the four principles, can someone list them out in the chat? Let me know that we are together. Four principles for living on purpose. I'm waiting. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Clarity, obedience, discipline, execution. Thank you, Lolia. Thank you, Adonai Ajayi. Beautiful. All right. Now I believe we are with us. Now, going on, there is no good thing that does not have an enemy. We have certain things that are enemies of purpose. And I feel like I'll be doing you a disservice if I do not mention them. The greatest enemy of purpose is distraction. In my opinion, the greatest enemy of purpose is distraction. However, distraction is not the only enemy, but the greatest enemy of purpose, in my current opinion, is distraction. I would mention the other enemies so that we can name them and we know how to combat them and fight them. One is comparison. It is written, those that compare themselves with themselves are not wise. Every single time you slip into the pitfall or hole of comparison, you are being foolish. Comparison will make you abandon your assignment. The moment you start measuring your chapter 1 or your chapter 3 with someone else chapter 20 or chapter 100, you are losing the plot of your own story. So apart from distraction, we have comparison. Second one is fear. Fear. This, what I find in fear is that many times it stops you from starting. So what fear will do is that it will dress up as wisdom. It will dress up as caution. It will dress up as timing. But fear is just fear. And fear is so serious as an enemy that it is written that you are not given the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. So distraction, comparison, fear. Then another one is comfort. Comfort will keep you from growing. If you always want to be comfortable, you can do no great thing in your life. And by great thing, see, let me mention this now. What is a high calling for you is whatever your creator wants you to do. Simple as that. So greatness for you is in fulfilling that which he had in mind when he created you. Shaking off. So comfort will stop you from being great. It will keep you from growing. You will never become who you were designed to be when you are protecting how you currently feel. There's a saying I've had for a couple of years, and when I first said it, one of my elder brothers, Uncle Kahem, the founder of Kingdom Names, when he saw it, was like, this is sound. There is no life when you always want to be safe. That's not exactly how I said it, but it was something like that. There's no life to be lived when everything is about safety. The people you celebrate, the role models, the people you look up to, ask them and you'll find out they took risks. Comfort will not allow you take the risks that will propel you into greatness, into destiny, into purpose. And then lastly, the desire to please people. It will cause you to betray your purpose. A people pleaser will end up living a useless life. I'm telling you for free. Because people's opinions are one of the most fickle things on earth. It's the same people that are saying Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna now that will say crucify him tomorrow when it fits them. So if you live a life for the pleasing of people, you will end up useless. There's no two ways around it. You cannot fulfill purpose and still seek approval from everyone. At some point, your purpose would demand that you disappoint someone. So, distraction, comparison, fear, comfort, people pleasing, the desire to please people, these are five enemies of purpose. Now, let's talk about the cost, the cost of purpose. And if you are, been lackadaisical about listening so far, this is one of the places where I would want you to sit up. And I will be truthful with you. Purpose will demand everything from you. Purpose will require discipline when you don't feel like it. Purpose will require focus when every single thing is distracting you. Purpose will demand courage when you are being misunderstood. And of course, you will be misunderstood. My dear, if you are not ready to be misunderstood, leave this journey alone. Purpose will require courage when you are not being supported. Purpose will require courage when you are under resourced. There will be seasons where you are doing the right thing, but there is no applause for it. There will be seasons where you'll be building in silence, investing in people and processes that no one else can see yet. And some of these people will even leave you. Mm. Purpose will demand everything from you. But in those seasons, I want you to know one thing. You were not created to be comfortable. You were created to be effective. Comfort is not our goal for a purposeful life. Impact is. Legacy is our goal. Impact is our goal. An assignment fulfilled is our goal. The price of purpose is high. I'm not going to lie to you. But the cost of a purposeless life is higher. And so that will make me speak about the tragedy of unfinished purpose. One of the richest place on earth is not the central bank of Nigeria. Heck, it's not Dangote's house. It's not Tony Elumelu's house. It's not Elon Musk's house. One of the richest place, or in fact, the richest place on earth is the graveyard. Buried in graveyards across the world are ideas that were never executed. There are dreams that were never pursued. There are books that were never written. There are businesses that never started. There are purposes that were never fulfilled. There are people that went to their grave full, full of potential that they never poured out, full of gifts that they never shared with the world, that they never deployed, full of a purpose that they either discovered too late or they were too afraid to pursue. So, my counsel to you is don't die full, die empty. Empty yourself of everything God placed inside you. There was a point in my life I sat down and I told God, anything you give me, I will swallow. Anything you want me to show up as, I will show up as it. So there are some people that may know me as a business person, good. Some know me as an entrepreneur, good. Some know me as a speaker, good. Some know me as a consultant, good. Some know me as a realtor, a real estate consultant, good. Some know me as a playful person. Good. I'm going to express all that is in me to the world so that I die empty. Purpose requires a process, and that process is going to feel like punishment, hmm? But it's actually preparation. So most of the delays that you are experiencing right now is not God telling you no. It's God saying not yet, because what is building in you is bigger than what you are asking for. The people that you're comparing your lives with, they are not like you. It's not the same effort and time that you take to build a one-bedroom apartment or two-bedroom apartment that you used to build a skyscraper. You can have built 100 two-bedrooms before you are done with the foundation of a skyscraper. God is saying not yet because what He is building in you is bigger than the crumbs you are asking for. And note this: purpose is confirmed by impact, not applause. People can clap you into irrelevance. The world can begin to try to teach you that, oh, purpose is measured by how many people are watching. But it's a lie. Purpose is not measured in followers, it's measured in fruits. Are people being changed? Are lives being rebuilt? Is darkness becoming light where you, the light of the world, shows up? That is your purpose at work. And for those who know me, you know I'm passionate about Nigeria, I'm passionate about Africa. Africa does not have a resource problem. We have resources. Resources choke. We have a purpose problem. We're a continent of people that we have constantly been told or sold the narrative that our existence is ordinary, that our ideas are small, that our dreams are too big for where we come from. And we believed it. But tonight, I am dismantling that lie. You did not, we as a people did not survive everything we have survived just to settle. We're not given the mind that we have just to waste it. We're placed in this generation, on this continent, at this moment in history, not by accident. We are here by assignment. We are here on assignment. We're born to solve a problem, we're born to fill a gap. We will find it, we will commit to it, we will give our life to it. So please, if you're listening to me, don't waste time trying to be someone else. Please, don't waste time trying to be another Michael. Don't waste time trying to be another billionaire Bukunmi, because the world does not need another version of another person. If he needed two of me, he would have created two of me. There's a reason why you are you. It needs you functioning in your original design. Until purpose is discovered and you begin to live it, life has no meaning. And when purpose is known, life demands responsibility. So, at all, our question that do I have a purpose? That's not a question. It's a silly question to ask. The question is, will I be faithful enough? Will I be bold enough? Will I be resilient and relentless enough to walk in it? Because even though the world might not know it, they are not waiting for a perfect person. They are waiting for a purposed person, a purposeful person. So go and be that person. Live on purpose. Live with intention. and leave a legacy. Thank you so much. That is all I'm going to be saying tonight. Over to you, Michael.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you, Billionaire Bukunmi, for this wonderful ministration. You like administration speech. Thank you so much. Please, can you keep jamming your ass?